The Crown Prince raised his head to look at the heavy snow falling from the sky. In just a short while, the snow in the courtyard was almost up to his calves. He then shifted his gaze to the thin and pale face of the young man. He really looked pitiful. "We can't leave today." The Crown Prince's eyes were cold and clear. "We'll go back when the snow stops in a couple of days." Staying a few more days in the Millennium Temple during the New Year's Eve wouldn't do any harm. Besides, their group was trapped in the Millennium Temple by the heavy snow today. Sheng Jiaoyu didn't know if the heavy snow was just an excuse made by the Crown Prince. The young general outside the border town was in the temple right now. Maybe they had some important matters to discuss, and thus needed to stay a few more days. Since that was the case, even if she asked again, the Crown Prince wouldn't set out to return to the capital. The wind and snow ruffled the young man's long black hair, and his lapels fluttered slightly, as if he was bathed in the clear moonlight. The Crown Prince stared at his side face for a moment, and then a young monk came over to lead the several honored guests to their rooms in the side chambers. The place where Sheng Jiaoyu was staying was next to the side chamber where the Crown Prince was staying. She went back to her room, closed the door properly, and then asked the young monk for an extra quilt and some charcoal to keep warm. As soon as she finished making the bed, she felt a dull pain in her chest. Her chest seemed to have developed a bit more than other girls. After a long time, her tightly bound chest would start to hurt. Sheng Jiaoyu unfastened her lapels, took off her outer and inner garments one by one, and finally unwrapped the white cloth wrapped around her chest. She immediately felt relieved. She put on her clothes again. Just as she was about to rest, there was a knock on the door. Sheng Kun came over with a message. "Young Master Sheng, His Highness asks you to come over right now." Sheng Jiaoyu subconsciously grabbed the quilt to cover her body. Did he say what it was about? Sheng Kun said, "I'm not in a position to ask." Sheng Jiaoyu cleared her throat. "Wait a moment, please." Sheng Kun snorted coldly. Is young Master Sheng going to make the Crown Prince wait? His voice was so cold that it seemed he would kick the door open in the next second. In a hurry, Sheng Jiaoyu grabbed the cloak given by the Crown Prince. The moment she tied the sash, Sheng Kun pushed the door open very rudely, curling his lips. "Young Master Sheng, please be quick." Sheng Jiao walked to the adjacent side chamber with her chest slightly hunched. The Crown Prince was sitting in front of the small table on the soft couch. There was a chessboard on the table. The man's faint gaze looked over at him. Perhaps because she hadn't tidied herself up properly, Sheng Jiaoyu felt a tingling on her scalp and felt uneasy in her heart when stared at by that gaze. She was afraid that the Crown Prince's sharp eyes would notice something was wrong with her. The man caught the flash of resistance on his face, tapped his fingertip on the table, and a faint cold smile curved his lips. "Sit,"